Hello, guys. It's been a while, too long. I've been up to a lot of things since we last met, and I want to welcome you back to Kevin Stoda's channel. And you notice my hair's still getting longer. Maybe we'll cut it off this summer. I pray that you guys are okay, and I look forward to a long chat with you this evening as part of the getting back into the studio. Um, a lot of things have happened. We've had a very cold winter, if you remember, back in February, and it froze our pipes, and we ran out of water several days. Uh, do you remember that? If not, that was February and March, and again here in April and May. It's been raining an awful lot in Kansas City. Um, we think it's a little bit climate change oriented because they don't usually have this much rain, and they've had it several years in a row. Um, so had trouble with planting things until just a few weeks ago, and we're hoping to plant some more things like tomatoes when we get some and put them in the ground. Last year our tomatoes did really well and went till December. Have you got any other plans like me? I'm thinking about teaching again this summer some Spanish for students in the middle school at Hickman Mills, where school district where I teach now Spanish for high school kids. Um, it should be a motivating experience for them, but I've got a lot of planning to do between now and the end of May, 1st of or 2nd of June, when the summer term begins. You know, kids have missed out on a lot of school, and there's been a lot of trouble uh, with COVID and stuff, and it's time to get our education system back. And so students who have missed out on classes should be taking classes this summer. Um, as usual, I'm here looking through my mail. And a little bit ago, I think we came across our Google AdSense pin. So I'm going to try to get that going. Other things we have, this is the Google AdSense mail. So I'm pretty sure we just have to find the bank account I have and sign me up. I'm going to go ahead and greet people around the world in case they show up. Hello to my family and friends in places like South Dakota, Illinois, of course, southern Missouri, western Kansas, Oregon, Washington State. My sister's moving to Washington State just next week. So hopefully we can go up and visit there sometime. That's quite a ways. It's a long drive. It's a full day or more if you were to drive straight through, and we wouldn't do that. We'd stop along the way and see what we have. Let me take a drink. Well, howdy. I'm a vlog. I hope you are having a good day wherever you're at. I'm up here. Haven't been here in a long time, but a few days ago, maybe just over a week ago, I had my birthday. And so I'm now so many years old. Americans don't like to say how old they are. Welcome. Hello, Vic Barsmigo. And I'm a vlog. So before my birthday occurred back in April, I had an accident at school. First, I should say at the beginning of April, I began to teach at school. No more Zoom classes. I began to teach at Zoom, and so we are teaching a hybrid situation where students are given assignments on one day, and on another day they attend school, and they do this twice a week. And so I see a great variety of students on every day, but the classes aren't very full. We make the students sit in desk with one desk in between each one, and we tape them off like in a police scene so people don't sit down in them. I really was happy to get back to school, and my students were too. A lot of them are working a lot harder than they have all year, especially those who haven't been keeping up as Zoomers. That means people who've been uh, learning Spanish vicariously, virtually, I guess. But again, welcome to I'm a Vlog and to Vic Bars Mega. And I hope to read some nice comments. We've got hi, Tom Zuck from I'm a Vlog, and then Vic Bar says hello, boss, and Vic Bars Mega says I'm a Vlog. Shout out, Musta. I think there's a third person coming in here. I would like to share what happened to me though the third week back in school. I was coming out of the area where there's a drinking fountain where you could fill up your bottle of water. You know, because of COVID, we don't drink from the drinking fountain. You have to fill it up with a bottle that you bring to school. And I was doing that, and I turned left and just took a couple steps. I was putting the cap on the bottle, and the door in front of me swung open. That's the bathroom door. And you know how it is these days where people don't like to touch the door handles and stuff. So there was a big boy. He was pushing the door out as fast as he could, the boys' bathroom door, you know, with his shoulder and arm like this. And I jumped out of the way of the door because I didn't want it to hit me. And I still had my head trying to get that bottle tightened, and I did. And just as I got out of the way, the boy just continued out the door really fast and hit me in the shoulder and in the leg at the same time. So I went flying. I was already in motion going left around the door, so it didn't take much of a hit to make me go flying down the hallway. I landed on my ribs here, and so I probably bruised about every rib. This rib right here I had broken, the one right in the middle here. I'd broken a year before, so I was very tender. And to make a long story short, I'd also bruised my abdomen, my shoulder, hurt my neck, lower back pain soon arose. I twisted both ankles. It was a mess. I hope you never have an accident like that, but that was a work accident. And so I've been working a lot on physical therapy, seeing doctors, along with my other school teaching activities since then. Today was my last day in the session, so I hope I've learned enough new exercises to do well. I'm a Vlog gave me that funny cupcake. I don't know what that means. Anyway, I hope you're doing okay, and thank you for joining me. I know there's 4 of you out there now. Let's see if we can find out who they are. Something down. Okay, we'll check. All right. It's okay if you're lurking. It doesn't bother me. Let's see. Have you ever had an accident like that where you bruise all your ribs and stuff and you're sore for weeks and still recovering some 5 weeks down the line? I'm sure you have. Please take care, and I hope you don't get one soon. But that's, of course, made my teaching load, get back to school and everything a little bit mixed up. But the good news is I finally took a vacation. I don't usually take a vacation during the school years, but I took 2 days off a week after the accident so I could recover. My wife and Kenzie, my daughter, we drove down to Branson. I hope you've seen some of the videos from Branson that family have been sharing on YouTube. Branson is a place in Missouri where you get a lot of music, and there's a lot of shows to see, but we didn't really see shows, but we did activities. My wife and my daughter did climbing activities at a place called Fritz's, and later we went downtown and watched a beautiful water show made up of fountains and fireworks, which occurs every hour on the hour from like 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night there on the landing. That landing is where the river or lake comes together with the city, the old city. Let's see. Again, I'll say hello, family and friends. I'm from Kansas City now, and I hope you feel free to chat as you can. I know you might be busy. Thank you for coming. Meanwhile, look at my mail. Well, they want me to join a Defenders of the Wildlife. Do you get a lot of mail like this wherever you're at? I bet you don't. Only in America. America began having a mail service in the 17th or 18th century. One of the founders and creators of it was Ben Franklin, who's on the $100 bill. The idea was he wanted to promote people communicating with each other and um, having free speech opportunities. So he wanted to be able people to circulate their news, their opinions very quickly. And so this is long before the internet, but people then could create their own magazines or newspapers and mail them very cheap at government subsidized rates. And so that's how advertising began, cheap advertising. And you began to get these junk mails. Here's a Gerber life insurance. It's a baby life insurance. I don't feel like a baby, so I'm not going to get it. Here's a bill. Would you like to pay my bill? No, I'm sure you're not. Anything interesting here? Salesian Missions. Mm-hmm. That's a Catholic organization. And here we have the, oh, I like to support this organization. This is the United Farm Workers. United Farm Workers. Um, this is a group that works with and supports and is kind of like organizing a union for the people who pick our vegetables and our fruits in America. Many of them are workers who go from location to location in the United States throughout the year. It's pretty hard on their children if they do so. After they pick in Florida, for example, they would move up to Georgia and then on to the Carolinas and up the coast that way, or they would start in Southern California, move to Northern California, on to Washington State, and then to Canada. So these people have a pretty tough life and they need some support from union organizers. So that's the United Farm Workers. And I suggest if you are supportive of unions, be supportive of the people who really need it and encourage them. So I probably will donate to them. This is a unusual Jewish organization. I get a lot of letters from Jewish organizations asking for support. I have occasionally given to them, but like this group, because this group really is humanitarian and helps people who are, whether they're Israeli or Palestinian, they don't care, and they are fair. Most of the other ones I get from Jewish organizations are trying to say, help this Jewish widow and that sort of thing. But at the same time, our government is giving the country of Israel something like $3 billion for war equipment. So I think that I don't want to support those groups because they don't seem to know what's important. Is it more important for you guys to take care of your widows, or is it more important for you to get as many weapons as you can so you can blow up things? Anyway, that's that. Nikki Haley, she's a politician. She used to be head of the United Nations for the American team. Here's somebody trying to get me to invest. I noticed some people are investing online more often than usual since COVID started. People have been staying home and they've been day trading. That means they get up in the morning and they make some bids or they sell some property. And I know a guy from our church family group, and he says he's earned $100,000 since COVID started investing in short selling stocks. So that's what this one's about, trying to encourage me to do that. Here's a security company. They want you to buy security services in your own house, alarms, that sort of thing, and doors that have cameras on them before people knock on the doors. I don't know if you have some of those short sorts of equipment, but we don't. But let God take care of us. And we try to lock the doors, and we need to do more often. Express Silver Dollars. This is a company that's trying to get me to buy silver coins. Okay, we've bought a few. I see them more as an investment. My brother collects them just for fun in terms of he thinks they're important to him. So that is having an influence on me. So I'm beginning to uh, just take what's fun or maybe cheap and enjoy it rather than spending anything with the idea of making profit in the future. Some people send me letters like this, a voter opinion survey. They want me to give my opinion about how the government's doing or what we need to do to help in the next election to make sure people can vote. What are the most important issues? Um, some unknown groups sometimes write me, and I don't know who they are. Sometimes they're people trying to get me to take out loans. I wonder what that one is. There's Project Hope. I believe in supporting charities. You should support whoever you can in your communities that are helping others, and Hope helps people around the world. They claim there's a double your impact chance if you help now. Oh, here's another one. This is a company that I sometimes participated in buying products from. It's called Publishers Clearinghouse, and they used to have these big prizes they would give away, and they used to be worth like $1 billion. Now they're smaller, and they have smaller contests throughout the year, and they're wanting you to buy products as well. But you can enter for free in the contest, and some people are winning. I don't know. There's like last month they had one for $7,000 a month for life. Would you like to win that one? I'm a vlog. What's going on? I hope you're doing well. And Vic Bars Mega, I hope you're doing well too. Thanks for coming. So I hope you get lucky and win $700,000 for life next year. So they changed that up, and sometimes they have $10,000 a day for life. Sometimes they have $2,000 a day for life, $1,000 a day for life. They have these monthly now. So before they used to have big prizes, and now they can have them throughout the year, and more people can take part, I guess. Let me take another drink. I hope you guys have a chance to garden. My wife is really enjoying it, and I would like to do some too. I think I'm going to grab some of my own seeds and plant them sometime when she's not looking. Don't tell her. What else are you up to? I'm a vlog. Okay, you don't have to answer. I know you're busy. Some people are from around the world, like Japan or Philippines. Some people are here in the States, like in Oregon or Texas or even Florida. There are people who I've seen on our chats before, live chats, from even the Middle East, Kuwait, Saudi, and UAE. I haven't seen anybody from Oman yet, but we used to live in Oman. We'd like to hear from you. People from Taiwan, I haven't heard either. I used to work there. My wife and family visited there too. Nobody from Germany yet either. I want you to join, and I think I've seen somebody from what was it, Holland or what they call it, Netherlands.
That was Jan Goodwin.
And there was another woman who lives in the UK, and I think maybe somebody from Sweden, but I'm not sure.
Margaret Olsen.
Mhm.
From Japan, Sis Ali.
Mhm. Yeah, if you guys see any of these people, just tell them I'm on.
Ima is from Malaysia.
And Ima's from Malaysia, and I hope I think Vic Barsmiga is from someplace in Southeast Asia and Kansas. So I'll just pause for a minute and smile at you. If you want to make comments, that'd be okay. Let me tell you what we've been eating since Sunday. I got a request from my wife to go to Long John Silver's. And usually I like to get the fish. And there's the fish. And it's cooked very nicely. It's got great flavor. And we also get chicken fried like that. Or we get these things called hush puppies. Are the hush puppies all gone? They went fast, I think. That's a traditional thing you get at Long John Silver's. My daughter asked me, who was Long John Silver's? Was he a real person? Yeah, there was really a pirate once called Long John Silver's, and that was a fast food place that's named after him. But it doesn't seem like fast food. You know, it's good quality, and as you know, guys need to have fish about every week, and so it's a good thing to take in. You can also get fish from the can, or you can buy frozen fish at the store and bring it home. Those are many ways to get it, but guys should have it once a week for their heart and for their body. I hope you get a chance to have fish when you need it. We have some wildflowers up in front of our house that grew. It's like somebody threw some seeds out there, and so some wildflowers came up, and they're pretty. I'm gonna have to get out and mow the lawn, but it's been raining a lot, so I've been hesitant to try. I thought it was gonna rain again this evening. That's my excuse for not mowing. I was tired too. I have long days at work, and I come home and have been sleeping a lot after work, at least for an hour, sometimes 3 hours. Last Friday, I went to bed at 7 or 8 and didn't get up to the morning till 7. But I think that's partially to do to the bad back and the neck and stuff caused from that accident a month ago. Whereas if I do a lot of exercise or teach a lot or both, then I come home pretty exhausted. I'm sure you are exhausted too. Let's see. Looking at comments. I wish other people would join. Like, I don't know. Whoever you are, just come on and even lurk if you want.
It's because if you are we are in a regular
Time slot.
Might be able, they might be able to, but since we are not doing it regularly for the
Yeah, maybe we need to do this more regularly. Somebody disappeared and then another person came back. So welcome back, or welcome to the Kevin Stoda channel. You who just came in.
They don't want to stay in a life that has no one to be with except the host. It's boring. So you need to patient with it. That's normal.
Well, should I go get some ice cream while we're waiting? Do you like ice cream? I'm sure you do.
You just stay there. I don't want to stay.
Okay. Yeah, it's getting to be summer here, and ice cream is one of the favorite things. My daughter's especially looking forward to summer. She's going to go to camp for the first time. They'll be 7 days away from us, 6 nights of clothing, and it'll get cool at night, but pretty warm during the days. It'll be right before the July 4th. They'll be back by July 3rd. They leave at the end of June. So Kenzie, yeah, my daughter is all anxious to go. she says she's not going to get homesick. And I asked her, how about a little bit? And she said, maybe a little bit. Uh, but she's gung ho about going out. So, have you ever been camping? Mm, mm. My I went to camp, and I usually went to either Boy Scout camp when I was younger, or I went to Christian camp. I did once go to a sports and Christian camp. It was called an FCA camp, Fellowship of Christian Athletes camp out in Colorado. But that's the only time I went to a sports Christian camp. And so Kenzie's going to go. My daughter's going to go to the sports Christian camp. So she'll be pretty tired when she gets home, I think. Um, and they'll probably sleep early every night if they're doing a lot of activities in their sun, swimming, climbing, uh, volleyball, and other sports. It wouldn't be like most camps in previous years. You go to camp and you meet kids from all over the the area, or even all over the country. But this year, because of COVID, people have to stay in a bubble. That means if they come with a group, they kind of stay in that group all during the week. And so they're not going to get out of the bubble, but they will get the joy of doing the sports camp and meeting some different people, doing different activities each day. And there will be opportunities too. But maybe next year they can do a regular camp. We're hoping that will be the case. Um, my daughters got involved in this by going to after school program called Christians in Training, or Character in Training. And it's for Christians to work on how to be a good Christian in a world that's special. Ah, ah, thank you. Man, it's frozen. We had trouble freezing ice cream the other day. I'm glad this is finally working. Mm. Mm. Very chocolatey. It's called Moose Tracks. Strange name. And it's usually filled with a variety of things. Anything from caramel to chocolate to, I don't know, sometimes nuts. It depends on which company you get. Mostly it's white, but this company has a dark chocolate. Mm. Oh no, this is peanut butter cup. I think this one got chocolate and peanut butter. Okay. But it's good and it's special. And I hope you can take time and take a break today and get something to eat or drink that's refreshing to you. I know it's getting a lot warmer there if you're in Malaysia or Philippines. You'll get hungry, huh? What kind of ice cream do you prefer? I prefer chocolate with peanut butter. That's pretty good. But I also like it with nuts now. When I was a kid, I didn't like nuts in my ice cream at all. But getting older, appreciate it. I will repeat my greeting from earlier. Hello, family and friends from Kansas City. This is Kansas City, Missouri, not Kansas City, Kansas. It's confusing. Kansas City, Kansas is only about 4 miles away, straight to the west here. It's because the river Kansas separates the two Kansas cities and creates a state, one state of Kansas on one side and one state of Missouri on the other side, where the Kansas River meets the Missouri River, and hence two Kansas cities. Drink some water on that one. Man, I had a student do that in class today. I guess they talked while they were eating something, and suddenly they were coughing, and of course the mask didn't help, and so they had to go to the nurse because they couldn't get it cleared in the chest, and they needed to go outside and relax anyways. They're very talkative people. As I said, many students who are back at school regularly are happy to be back. Some, about a third or fourth of them, were ones who didn't attend hardly at all when we were doing Zoom. We were doing virtual classes for 3/4 of the year. To see them, though, come back and work is really nice. I really only have about 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to give a lot of improvement grades for that. I got to eat my ice cream before it melts. But I got to eat it slowly and not speak. We had Teachers Appreciation Week the week before my birthday, and this different school groups did nice things for us. And one of them was they called the teachers out around 1 o'clock one day to go outside to an ice cream truck where we all got to pick our ice cream, which is pretty neat. You know how it's very expensive to buy from an ice cream truck, so it was nice that they got us some ice cream. My mother tells a story of when she was a kid. I don't know. She doesn't say how old she was. And that's what's funny. She says when I was a kid. So she was probably only 3 or 4. But she got her ice cream cone. And she decided she liked the ice cream best. So she ate the cone first. You know what that means. She got pretty messy. Mm. Mm. My daughter loves ice cream too. She has it almost every day, and she likes to put it in her cone. They're relatively expensive these days. These used to be much more expensive if you go to other stores, but we go to Aldi, and they're very good. Hi, hello, Jonah C. Hello, Mega Love. Shout out. Great to hear from you. Jonah C. Do you like ice cream? I'm trying to finish mine up real quick. Anyway, everybody, wherever you're at, take a break and have you say a Kit Kat, or you can have ice cream, or maybe a refreshing drink if you are working. Mm. Mm. As I said, I had a birthday a few weeks back, and so did my daughter. And so she went out and bought some books. That's the first time she ever bought books for herself on her birthday. I bought her a Bible too, so I guess she ended up with 3 books, and I'll need to read with her a little bit. She'll take it to camp this summer. Mm. Yeah, Jonas C says ice cream my favorite. Hmm. But in a lot of places, it's nighttime here, so it doesn't melt as fast. But in a lot of places around the world, you have to worry because ice cream melts very fast. I like it in Philippines when they sell the ice cream out of the tricycle, but you got to be careful that the food is healthy and know where it comes from. If they've made it that day, it'd be pretty good. And that's the way a lot of the ice cream that you get on those trucks are. but you never know. But here in America, the trucks that come by and sell ice cream, they're big and they charge a lot. So it's better to buy your own ice cream at home and make your own cone. Jonah C says, ha ha ha, yeah, and cheap. I'm glad to hear that. Mm-hmm. Mm. If you go to a store and buy ice cream like this, it'll be costing you like anywhere from $1, $2 to $5, depending on where you go. So it's really nice to make it at home, as long as you have a freezer. Mm. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's great to see Jonah C, and I hope everything's okay with her and my other friends from around the world. Mm. Mm. When I was a kid, I liked peppermint ice cream. I haven't really seen it in a long time. It's really good. It's a little spicy. Jonah C says, soon my husband will make homemade ice cream. Wow, that's cool. Somebody knows, has a good talent. That's great. A lot of Americans like to make homemade ice cream too. It's a lot of work though, especially if you have to spin it by hand. um, yeah, there was a shout out to Kenzie, and Kenzie is shouting out too. Mm-hmm. Nice to have you join us, Jonah C. And Kenzie Mask. How you doing, Kenzie? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. If you're in hot places in the world, or in summer here in the United States, it's pretty hard to get your ice cream down before it melts. Unless you, of course, you're in an air-conditioned building. But even then, it's so hard. On our hottest days in summer, it's like 110 degrees Fahrenheit or so. Nice way to end the day with some ice cream too. I hope you guys are eating healthy, taking care of yourself. Thank you, Konasi. It is probably the first time you're in my stream, and I welcome you back, and I encourage you to, um, be a member. If you're not, I think you are, and then if not, I'd like you to be. Okay, we are live stream. Yeah. Um, do you do live streaming too? You can tell me if you want. Okay. My wife says not to ask questions. I won't. Empty Mess says, Jonesy, I will visit you. That's great. Always visit each other. That's the best way for friends are live, and even if you're not live, to do support each other. I still have chocolate in here. That's pretty good. Sometimes you buy ice creams and they at the very top they have ice cream, and suddenly there's no ice cream down below. This is really well made. Yeah, I'm feeling full now. Like I said, it's been a long day. We're nearly at the end of the semester now, the second semester, so of teaching, and next week our finals. Oh, actually, Thursday and Friday start finals for one group of students, and then next week on Monday and Tuesday, the second group have their finals. So I'll be marking a lot of papers between now and then. Jonah says, Kenzie Mass thinks leave a footprint so I can visit you too. It's a good point. Yeah, Jonah C says, oh, are you a teacher? Yeah, I'm a teacher. This last 2 years I've been teaching Spanish, but most of the time I've taught English as a foreign language or as a second language to other language learners around the world. But I have also taught German, and I was originally certified in teaching history and social sciences. I teach in high school now, but I've taught at university level more often. Kenzie Mask is watching ads. That's great. And Jonah C is grateful. I am too. I hope other people join Jonah C and they can share their footprints back and forth. It still had ice cream in the bottom. Wow. Very well made. Mm. Yes, Jonah, see, we were doing virtual learning up until around April 5th, and then we began to have classes again. Here, a lot of people have gotten the vaccines, so teachers have been able to go back to class this spring. And there's been a lot less COVID in the community where I work. In the cities, it's better. More people are getting shots and taking care of themselves. But in small towns and rural areas, very few people have gotten shots. And so it's going to be a long process. And I'm hoping that our government starts sharing some of those vaccines that we have with other countries. Yeah. I like it how it's shown to see so grateful and thankful. And that's what we should be too at this time of year. Um, as the school year ends, as summer begins, as a new teaching job begins. Like I said, I'm teaching a summer course for middle school students this year. I haven't done that in this school district before. Actually, I've never taught a summer school in the States before. In some countries where I've worked in, like Oman, we had courses that lasted into summer. Kuwait too. But in the States, usually there aren't many people who take summer courses. But this year, we need to. A lot of classes were missed or failed, and we need to make up. Jonah C says, oh, I studied before education. I quit, then start to study communication. Well, that's a good way to make a career too. In my family, there's 3 of us who are teachers. My older brother's a teacher of math. My youngest sister is a teacher, elementary and special ed and pre-kindergarten. But my second sister, who's a little older than my youngest, is in the fields of communication. That's what she graduated in, and she's been working in that field, since college. So we've got a good mix in our family of education and communication too. So I hope your YouTube channel works and they're able to communicate and encourage other people to get involved in our YouTube family. Thanks for coming. Encourage them, of course, to subscribe to my channel, and we'll try to encourage others to subscribe to yours. as the title shows, this is the first time in about 2 months or 2.5 months that I've had a live program. I'll try to be more regular about this. Oh, okay. You only did 1 year of communication? Well, I don't know how old you are, but you can always learn all your life. And that's what we should be doing as life changes so fast. Our world is changing so fast. You know, I try to encourage my students to be lifelong learners. So I hope the opportunity arises for you to continue with that, or for you to get some more education as you are working and feel as fulfilled as you can by approaching life that way. I wish you the best in any case. Thank you. Yeah, she says, Shonasi says, thanks. More power to your channel too. And I hope that your channel, or if you have more channels, are doing well, and that other people are sharing and leaving tracks. And bananas too. Give people bananas. They're great. I should have had banana on my ice cream. Anyway, you're only 22. Oh, very young. All right. Yeah, you have a lot of opportunity ahead. I didn't even go for a master's until I was almost 30. So I'd made up my mind I wasn't going to go back to school, but I finally did. And then I tried again to get a second degree just a few years later. Anyway, it's hard to study. A lot of borrowing of money in the United States when you go study. Way too much, especially, I mean, at college level, at university level. So much so that people are going into debt and for years to pay off their college debts, and this is not right. And I know in other countries it's not nearly that expensive, but it is a choice, to make calculation too, whether if you continue, will it help you do better, or will it just be more money that you don't use? But I do hope you got things out of your teaching, education and communications courses. Oh, you're very young. Yes. Don't laugh. I'm very old. I'm 5,637 years old. Do you believe me? Okay. No, I just turned 59. I say to people that's a prime number, and it is 59. And my daughter just turned 11, and that's a prime number too. And I hope that you enjoy numbers, that you enjoy communication, and you get to use it all the time. Oh, you're sending your brother and sister to school right now. Your sister's taking criminology. Wow. I have a nephew going into that. And your brother's at junior school. We call that middle school here in the States, but yeah, that's great. My daughter's going to go into that. Maybe she's already into it. She's in 5th grade. In some countries, 5th grade is already middle school, but in most countries, 6th grade or 7th grade is middle school.
How American people studies from the old systems.
Well, the way we get our in contrast to you, we don't usually have brothers and sisters working for us to study. We have the situation of us borrowing money to study, or our parents help us, or we work while we're studying. So many working students. I don't know if you were a working student, but I know that that's one facet of keeping your costs down when you go to college. I would say that at college level, almost every student has a job, at least sometime during their 3 or 4 years of study, or 5 years if it takes a long time. Some get scholarships, and some get support from family, as you do. Others have to borrow the money, as I said. But I'm glad you're helping your family. Hmm. I'm supposed to say hello to my wife. I'll wave to my wife. Hello. Mhm. Yeah, I passed it on. I hope you do the same to your brother and sister from us.
This computer is loading.
Mm.
I did not enter.
Mm. I hope you're not having loading issues there. We're sometimes having them here, even in our own home. Mm. So I hope you, like I said, get to go back to school after you help your brothers and sisters. Um, Another way we help is to really help family. We start like when Kenzie, my daughter was a baby. Already, my brother began to put money away for her for her going to college. So started as a baby. So that long term planning, and I I pay him back. I usually give him most of the money back each year that he's putting into my daughter's savings for college. Um, it's really nice that he's done that for her, and we'll really appreciate it. Uh, so I will try to pay him back as much as I can for that. It was a decision he made years ago. Joanne says, I'm before a working student. Since we don't have a dad, I stop and look for a work to sustain their studies. Yep, that you have to do that, and that's a tough choice. A lot of people in the neighborhoods where I work uh, as a teacher have.
But their brothers and sisters must do a working student too.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true that your brother or your sister could be a working student. Brother's in junior school, so that's not to be expected. But the one in college, I hope that she's working too. It's good to have that confidence you get from work when you're getting out of college, and so you're not just surprised by things of the world. But it's great that you're able to take care of your brother and sister and help them with sustain their studies because in the neighborhood where I live in, a lot of people give up way too early. Before, I mean, they may graduate from high school, but they don't intend to go on to college or vocational training. We have a lot of opportunities and a lot of scholarships in the city of Kansas City that our students are not taking advantage of. Of course, it has to do with the poor education of the parents. They don't see the opportunities for their children. Um, they're living in the experience of their own, the stress of finding a job, lost family members, as you indicated. Um, they've lost the dream, and they don't aren't able to pass it on to their siblings or children. And I hope that this situation improves in the area where I live. We're going to have to talk to the kids straight face to face about their options and encourage them early on if their family's not going to encourage them. Yeah, I'm from Kansas, but I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. That's where I'm from. I did used to call myself from Kansas most of my life because I went to junior high, high school, college, and university in Kansas. But Kansas City, Missouri is just across the border, across the state line in Missouri. And it's called Kansas City, Missouri. But we used to live in Kansas City, Kansas. If you want to tell me where you're from, you can, but you don't have to. I really appreciate you and others watching. Some are busy at work right now. Some of our viewers are. I shared earlier that I finally got my AdSense.
Tell her next time you can have a StreamYard so she can come up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll try to do a StreamYard next time, and you can come up and join me here if you'd like. Breathe deep and relax. It might be the start of your day or the end of the day, but you have to remember to breathe. I help you relax, and it makes me tired just doing it. Anyway, I think I'll start opening my junk mail while I'm waiting, but feel free to communicate with each other, to encourage each other to be leaving tracks or leaving bananas around. That's really great. Hmm. Yeah, it's true. A lot of working students have to work nights, and I have high school students who are working nights. I would say maybe 20% are working nights, and they might be finishing at midnight. They might be finishing after midnight. Some get home at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then they have to go to school. That's just in high school here in Kansas City. This is a urban inner city environment um, with a history of underdevelopment and underinvestment and under training and under educating. So that's why one of the reasons I chose to work in Kansas City and not a small town in Kansas or Missouri. It's also easier to get a job here too. Wow, your husband's from California. That's great, and I'm glad that you can support your family like that, and it's wonderful to know your husband say shout out to Californians. Does he have a YouTube channel too? You can share if you'd like. She didn't really share a link or anything on my channel. Does she know how to do that? Hmm.
Can't say bye-bye to her because
Mhm.
I think we are already how many minutes?
Almost an hour. We'll go 3 more minutes. Yeah, I think I'll be saying goodnight to people very soon. I'll give it about 2 more minutes and see if people show. But again, I'll try to do a live stream more regularly, and we'll do what's that called, Vic?
Oyster yard.
StreamYard. We'll see if we can do StreamYard. I think I've only done that once before, and I hope people can join. And you can come up and talk if you have a chance. Okay, I guess my stream is a little unstable. We're going to go ahead and sign off now. And again, welcome. Thank you for coming to the Kevin Stoda channel. We thank you that everybody's had opportunity to speak, and we hope that more people join us soon. Be sure to like us, and then to say you'll subscribe, and we'll see you and share your news and your channels with others here. Bye-bye, Jonasie. Bye-bye, Vic. Bye-bye, Kenzie. Bye-bye. I think there's somebody else there. Vic Barsmega, I think. Um, there was I'm a V. I'm a vlog, I think, who was here earlier. Shout out again to Kenzie and Shomasi and anybody else who's out there. Thank you for coming to the Kevin Stoda channel, and we hope to see you soon. And again, be ready to share your channels in the future. Bye bye. Again, adios.